Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis. So yes, I'm uploading a second video today. Yeah, I know I missed last week. There was another video job that I needed to do, uh, but I'm planning to make up for it by uploading a second video for you all this week. So here's my second one. And this one will be about the State of the Union. I want to give you my thoughts on it, whether it was good, bad. Alright, so my thoughts. President Trump's State of the Union. My thoughts about it is that it wasn't as outlandish as I thought it would be. That's my thoughts. It wasn't as outlandish. You did see some bipartisanship in the chamber, but it really depended on the issue, President Trump was talking about. So prison reform, okay, everyone's gonna stand up and clap. Military, okay, supporting our veterans, okay, everyone's gonna stand up and clap. Little girl fighting brain cancer, everyone's gonna stand up and clap. But when it came to one more thing. Record women in Congress, record women working in the workplace, everyone's gonna stand up and clap. When it came to border wall, immigration, energy, or healthcare, you only saw the Republican side of the chamber stand up while everyone else was sitting down. So it wasn't really bipartisanship. It really depended on what issue the president spoke about. Sometimes he got just a Republican applause. Sometimes he got an applause from the whole chamber. It really depended on the issue. And another thing that I noticed while the president was speaking, when the issue was unpopular, such as the border wall or immigration or energy, what he would do to try to win people over was show a person affected by this issue. So he would show this person that we're supposed to sympathize with and feel sorry for, so he could push his agenda. That's what I noticed. So when he talked about MS-13, he talked about a family who was affected by MS-13. We talked about the border wall. He showed another person who supports the border wall. So on issues that were very unpopular, he tried to win people over by showing people who have been affected by it. Maybe it won some people over. Maybe some people still stay with their position, but that's one thing I noticed that the president tried to do. Another thing that came out of the State of the Union was Nancy Pelosi. People say that she stole the show, and I sort of agree with that. I still think it was President Trump, still night. But you could still see Nancy Pelosi kind of trying to undermine it. When I was looking at the president speaking, you could see Nancy Pelosi cringing sometimes. Sometimes she was holding up her piece of paper, looking at it. Sometimes she was making all these faces. And then what broke out of the internet after the State of the Union was her clapping. And people say that she was doing a clap back at Trump. So when President Trump mentioned record women in Congress, record women working in the workforce, when it came to Congress, it was mainly Democratic women. Well, it was Democratic women. And so her clapping back was supposed to mean something that maybe President Trump's going to have a harder time during the next two terms or something like that. So yeah, that's the meme that broke out in the internet. So the State of the Union, it wasn't as outlandish as I thought it would be. The president did make some unsubstantiated claims when it came to job creation. A lot of critics say that the jobs that have been created have come due to President Trump's predecessor, former President Barack Obama. They said that the policies that he put in place after the recession has helped bring jobs back, not necessarily President Trump. One thing that I wanted to hit on, one other thing that I wanted to hit on, President Trump in his State of the Union tried to call on bipartisanship. He said there cannot be peace and legislation with, I don't remember the exact term, but war and investigation. He said you can't have both. And you could take it two ways. He could say that if you investigate me, none of this other stuff you want me to pass is getting through. Or he's saying that, hey, if you spend all our time on this, it's going to be harder for us to get this other stuff done. So you could take it really one or two ways, but he was calling for bipartisanship, and some people say that maybe a little bit too late for that he doesn't really want bipartisanship because he wants the country to work together. He wants bipartisanship so people can forget about the investigation because they're closing in on him. And so those are other people's thoughts. As I said, it's nuanced. You can interpret it one or two ways or any way you like it. But that was President Trump's State of the Union. Wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. He still had some of his outlandish moments, but overall it wasn't too bad. Now I want to talk about the Democratic response. The Democratic response was good. I liked it. So it was a candidate who was defeated in this last election. She did a really good rebuttal. So she talked about how Trump has hurt the country with the shutdown, with the border wall. She mentioned how that hurt families, and she got really specific when it came to the shutdown. As you know, there's a lot of federal workers who had to work without pay and had to push their bills back. When it came to the border wall and immigration, President Trump did separate children from their families. She mentioned that too. So it was a really good rebuttal to the President's State of the Union. The reason why I liked it so much is because she used facts. So when President Trump was talking about how when he pushed the border wall or immigration, how much it was helping the country and how much people he was protecting, she was bringing up how it wasn't helping the country, it was hurting the country, it was causing the country to be more divisive and having people turn on each other, and how it was hurting lives instead of helping. So I like how she brought up examples and facts, and that's really what I liked about it. So those are my thoughts on the State of the Union. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, you can follow me on social media. I have the links in the description box below. Also, if you liked what I had to say, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and all of you have a great day.